Okay, hello everyone, welcome on back. Let's jump on over to our just chatting screen because I have a bunch of announcements. Hi, long time no see. Thank you guys for giving me a week off. Mavid, hello. Dusttail, hello. Or Dawn. I remember, it's only been a week, but remember how to call you. And welcome everyone in the VOD, and welcome everyone over on YouTube and Twitter. You know, I take a week off, and as always, Tama, hello. Hi, I'm glad you're here. I was hoping that you'd be here. Because I'm announcing stuff today. So I'm gonna give you a quick shout out. But today I got some stuff to talk about. I'm gonna be talking about, let's see, I actually guys, you'll be proud of me. I made a list of things I want to talk about, and I've even organized, not a presentation, let's not get too hopeful. No. But I did organize a little bit of stuff I want to talk about, a list, and gosh, I've been so excited. I've been sitting on this for not too long. This happened last week, but today we will be talking about my birthday, health, new content that we'll be doing, new things we'll be doing with the community. Oh, let me write that down. I swear to God, my ADHD will make me forget. Already forgot what I was going to write down. Dang it. Darn, hold on. I'm going to take coffee. I'm going to take a coffee sip. Got it. I did it. I know. I woke up. I've been getting a lot more sleep lately. I've been very happy with that. I'm going to talk about that in a bit. But I've been getting a lot more sleep, and it's been doing wonders for me. I've always said that I don't know why. Maybe it just affects me more than other people. However, if I don't get enough sleep, and if I don't get like a proper diet, or enough sunshine, I am the saddest cat boy. I am just super like grumpy and just out of it. I don't know what. It's almost like we're built to run off that nuclear fireball in the sky. But Cassie Kitty, hello. Thank you so much for the shiny tag. Something about games and things. Thank you. No, I remember the one thing because the Neko sister actually messaged me. I was gonna have a shorter stream today because I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm so excited. But first, let's talk about last week. Let's talk about what happened when I disappeared. When I disappeared from the planet. When I left you guys for a week. So here's what happened. So over the past month, as you guys know, I have been a huge advocate on Casey, please. Casey. I am one of those people who have to like say names several times in order to remember them. And even then, it's kind of like a grab bag on if I'll remember it or not. But I do my best. And I saw that trick. From watching a cartoon show. So maybe I don't know how well it works, but you know, we do our best here. But let's talk about birthday. So last Saturday, last Saturday, so 2 Saturdays ago, it was my birthday. It's 4/21, so take the 21, flip it around, 4/12, that's my birthday. I got a year older, and in the span of the past month, as you guys know, I have been very much a really big advocate on men's mental health, doing a lot to take care of yourself, and also doing things that help you like really prioritize your health, but to take control of your health. Health is one of those things that really, they say treat your body like a temple, right? And not like a tent. And I know some people like to go YOLO and just do whatever the heck they want. But I have been very adamant on doing everything I can on improving my health, taking control of my health and getting better. And if you guys don't know, for anyone new on the VOD or anyone over on YouTube whose chat I should probably bring back up, uh, but I am diagnosed with Hashimoto's hypothyroidism. This is a type of autoimmune disease that can be triggered from anything from like a cold, most popular mononucleosis, or even just like slight damage to the thyroid, or even COVID, because COVID can affect everything. But during it's something that's very genetic in my family. So my sister, she got it because she got mono. My mom, I think she developed it because of stress. I myself developed it because of stress. We've been discussing it with my family, and they think it's kind of like a part of, it's been around almost all my life, just because I've had a very stressful life. And it just kind of went off the deep end near the beginning of COVID, because I had to go through, we're not gonna get too deep about the sad stuff, but a divorce, and I had to take a lot of time to escape a really dangerous situation, and a situation that wasn't really healthy for myself. And during that time, I isolated myself just along with everyone else, and had to really take a lot of time to like not only get well mentally and but physically. And while I was getting better with, like, I was getting my master's degree, I was doing research, I was getting a job, I just kept getting more and more tired. But I went through all this before. I can over explain myself if I'm not careful. But throughout all that, I just thought I was becoming like just depressed because the world kind of was on fire, and it still kind of is. But it turned out that I just had hypothyroidism. But with that, the one I wanted to focus on was on hormones when it comes to that. Hormone therapy is needed when you have hypothyroidism. You have to replace either the thyroid hormone itself or the T3 or T4 hormones. And it's something that takes a lot of really careful science, blood work, and a lot of dedication and energy to make sure you're going to doctor's appointments, making sure you're taking care of yourself. And for a while there, I didn't have the proper healthcare or energy to take care of myself. And for some time, I didn't really have the energy to do that still. I'm actually just, probably this week, I'm still working on getting a proper appointment with an actual professional endocrinologist, because I'm a medical scientist, and I've been working with my primary care provider to monitor and self-diagnose myself, as I do not recommend this. Do not do this. This is what's leading me into what happened over my birthday, because it came into a culmination of all this hard work that I've been doing. But when that hormone is off, your metabolism gets thrown off, and a lot of other things in your body gets thrown off. Like what was affecting me was not just my energy levels. The next thing that came about, even though I was becoming a little better medicated, was that we found out that I also was diagnosed with, I feel like this is just a really popular, my therapist says it is, a very popular diagnosis, popular in the way that it's just common, with ADHD. And I got diagnosed with that late last year, and I've really just been getting closer to finding the balance of proper medication to manage it. And I've just been fast tracking, just appointment after appointment, adjustment after adjustment, me just being really on it. Because once I know what a problem is, I want to solve it. So a lot of that, about a month or so ago, I was running, and I've always liked to run. Even before COVID hit, running was a way that I released a lot of stress. If I was upset about something or worried about something, I go and run. Even after my very tumultuous divorce, and recovering mentally from that whole fiasco, I had this, it was almost like taking like CBT therapy, which are somatic therapy, which focuses on like real world objects. If you're feeling really stressed, you kind of look out into the world you focus on your breathing, you get in tune with your body. And the way I did that was a very natural way, is that I love to run. In the mornings, it's really hard for me to get up and motivate myself. But if I get up and run, one, it's the old age saying of like, you do one thing that's hard, then the rest of the day is set because you've already done one hard thing. You got the ball rolling. But for me, running has become just like this safe meditative place that I can take any feeling or whatever. And like, even like my saddest part of myself, I'd find myself running and going like, as long as I have lungs to breathe and legs to run, I'm okay. And but over the past couple of months, that has not been true because I've been slowly getting slower and not able to build up as much muscle or endurance, even though for a second there I was getting like an upshoot of energy as I was further balancing out my medication. I started off treating my hypothyroidism with one form of thyroid medication, and through research and working with a doctor that I did a lot of research finding, I found out that there was a supplementary medication that can provide even more support to my body's metabolism overall. And I started on that, and again I found a little bit more of a boost, but I still just, my body just wasn't building up the muscle that I was used to. And I know my birthday just happened and people were going like, well, you know, you're just getting older. But I'm not the kind of person that believes in that at all. And it turned out, after insisting and working with my doctor to test it, that my testosterone levels, my man juice, no, I take that back. No. Those words were leaving my mouth and my soul was going like, no, don't say that. Anyway, let's roll on through. My testosterone levels were subpar. And so last month as well, I started on a gel form of medication of applying that daily. And I saw improvement there, but it still wasn't enough. And also my insurance, the geniuses that they are, decided that, you know what? Nah, you don't need that. You know, we're gonna make you pay about 300 smackaroonies for that. But you know what you can do? You can take a big old needle and stick it in your butt and give your injections of the same medication. So I went back to the doctor, and I, 3 weeks ago, got the prescription to get that medication, and it wasn't covered by my insurance, but luckily there are discount cards that made it a lot more affordable. So I started on that. Now, this was the day I started on it, was the day before my birthday. Now, this is where we get into what happened. With Adderall, I have always said my life before I started becoming medicated, before I knew I had ADHD, it felt like that I was living in monotone. Really bad things would happen. A lot of traumatic events happen, like growing up, that I would have like disagreements with family or just whatever have you. I'm trying not to rehash like sob stories I've told before, but stuff's happened in my life that I would just kind of not grin and bear it, but I would just go like, oh man, this really sucks. I'm sad. But it would just be at this one like low level, like this one tone of like sad. And what everyone just thought was depression. But when I started taking Adderall, it almost became like I was living my life. It went from monotone. I don't know if you guys ever seen like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I believe they start off like the movie in like black and white. No, it was something. What show is this? No, The Wizard of Oz. There we go. It's like it starts off the movie in black and white. And then all of a sudden, I started taking the medication and everything turned into colors. I could feel more. I could like have more sensations. I had legal meth. Let's go. Exactly. Legalized crack. No, that's not YouTube, Twitch. That is not what I'm on. I am working with medical professionals. Do not misuse any kind of medication. Please work closely with your doctors. This is what the story is about. Anyway, but I started on the lowest dose, which is about 5 milligrams, to which my doctor said, like, Kris, that is the level that children take. Are you sure? I was like, yes. I'm very wary of medications like this because I know what it can do to your mood. And for legal reasons, that was a joke, yes. Um, and when I first started taking it, it was just like, oh, yay, I can feel a little bit more. But I still couldn't get out of bed. And I still couldn't fully focus on things. So we raised it up to 10 milligrams. And it was just like, okay, this is a little better. But I was being ambitious. I had a lot of goals I wanted to do. And so we upped it to 15 milligrams. While we were doing that with my other doctor, we're starting to rope back in the hypothyroidism and the low testosterone. We were going like, well, I mean, we're just switching you. We're not really changing your dose of testosterone. We might up it a little, but just so you know, the injectables can be a little bit more effective. And man, I didn't realize how effective they could be. One, I had a great run this morning. But I, I took, gosh, how do I even get into this? So last Friday, the day before my birthday, I went and took the injection, and on my way to see my family, I was getting close to my family's house, and they talk about steroid rage or roid rage, and it's like a jokey term that because testosterone can like up your emotions too, but the problem with Adderall combining with testosterone and both of them upping my emotions, one thing that I've been working really closely with my therapist about have been one thing that I've been very scared of and been trying to be more wary of is one, impulse control, and two, making sure my emotions are controlled. And I kind of talked about this in Twitter a little bit, but I've been learning a lot how to not only just hold my emotions and to really accept them, feel them, but also to share them with friends and family. And it's a slippery slope because impulse control is not just that thing going like, oh, I can like get away with a drink, or I can get away and steal this object, or like who's gonna miss this cat that I found on the street that has a collar on it? I take the collar off, I take it home, no one will know. Cats go away, like run off to the mountains all the time. I'm a Nekomata, I would know. But it also goes for saying things, or feeling injustices, or feeling fears, or feeling anger, or feeling of wrong. And I grew up mainly with my mom, who is a lovely woman, and she remarried to a great guy who was not expecting to have to raise two kids like me and my sister, who were very smart and very rambunctious. We were troublemakers since we were babies, as in my mom tried to put us on a leash one time to take care of us at controlling emotion. Yeah. Oh man, especially when you spent most of your life not even having like a bare minimum amount of emotions. It's been the past like 3 months been a crash course on going like, you're feeling sad. Well, is this like overwhelming sadness, like the world is ending, or is this that now you're actually feeling what the true depths of sorrow is, or what this was, what we're getting into? My stepdad had to learn really fast how to take care of kids, and he wasn't always the best at it. And he did a lot of yelling. He did a lot of judgment. He was not cruel, but very, very intense. And he was just trying to be a tough man's man. And he's also has made certain choices in the world that has made it very hard for me to get a job. And I'm leaving it at that because otherwise we talk about politics, and that's not something I want to do. But in that moment, I just had this really deep anger that just whirled within me, because for the past year and a half, while I've been streaming and been pushing myself to start streaming Monday through Friday in lieu of not having a job, because the powers that be have cut a lot of funding to research positions and a lot scientific establishments and universities aren't hiring. And it's been very tough because there were even jobs that I was looking forward to like hearing back from that messaged me afterwards saying like, so that job's no longer available because we legitimately do not have funding, or we do not have money, or we had to reorganize. And it's all just like, it all goes back. They don't say it outright, but you can tell it's coming from a lot of stuff that's going on in the world. So much so that and I'm going to talk more about this later, but living in America, I'm starting to realize that I might, if I want to continue my pursuits of science as an immunologist and my passions as a scientist, I may have to leave the States, and which is fine. I love the world. I've traveled the world before. But I felt that overwhelming anger. And where my family lives, my dad helps take care of the land. And I decided that I was going to drive through a part of it, not even do much damage to it. I just drove through it, and he got really upset at me. And it wasn't like, I wasn't like running over daisies or whatever. I literally just drove through the grass instead of the road to cut through somewhere. And it's really hard to describe it. But like he found out, and he loses temper pretty fast, but like he raised his voice and just something snapped. And I, for the first time in my life, snapped, and I yelled right back. It was just like this count of like impulse going like, no, this is wrong. Why is he getting mad at you? He's done so much. And I just laid into him and I left. So much so that my family came to me later. It's like, Kris, we've never seen you that mad. And that anger carried over, and I was ashamed of it. I was feeling awful, and a lot of other things happened. And long story short, I strained my family and my support system that weekend, and some things broke, and a lot of things need to be changed. But my family gathered behind me, and so did my friends, and I was talking to them about medication. Immediately, we put two and two together, like this is a lot going on. And we went to my medicine manager, who, when you are on a lot of medications, and also when you're on taking like stuff like Adderall, they help you have a medical manager to help you like really put all this stuff together. And we told her the situation. She goes like, well, in the past month, Kris, you did change not only your hormone for your thyroid, you got on a hormone for your testosterone, then you also got on, you also upped your Adderall, and have been working really hard with all this stuff. Like, I've changed and updated my medication 5 different times in lieu of a month. And that is a lot for one person to handle. And she goes like, what it sounds like is that especially using the descriptor, what caught her was just like using the impulsive thought winning. Exactly. Using that impulsivity, because the way I can describe it, for me, that's what I really want to focus on. For me, it's like every single feeling that I have, like fear or anger, it's amplified. And what I used to have, like this check mark of like going like, am I sad because of an external thing, or is it because of an internal thing? And there's a level that it would hit that it would go like, okay, I'm only this sad because of something external, or like I'm only afraid of something not happening, or something failing, or something going away because of someone else not being there, or something else happening, or me not getting a job, or me not being enough. And going like, okay, is that like an internal just like fear? Because the other thing from the divorce that I had to go through, and it was a very, and triggering warning for you guys, by the way, it caused a lot of trauma that left me with some reopen abandonment issues and fear and worry that I'm just not good enough, and that I fear like people leaving. And everything that happened up on that day on my birthday, and all the shame and everything that followed with straining my support system led into a PTSD episode, and I've never experienced one before. I've came close a few times, and I was always able to like reel back in before, and that was before I was medicated. This was the first time while being like fully medicated that I experienced a true PTSD episode. Like I was spiraling, I was like couldn't be calmed down. I was pacing, I was talking a mile a minute, trying to figure out like where I went wrong and like why am I feeling this way, and just feeling like really deep shame and guilt. And it sucked because I've always read about it, and I was always like education can only get you so far, and I'm not one to intellectualize my emotions at all. But for the first time, I came up to something that really triggered all those emotions and experienced an episode like that, and it's something I would never wish on my greatest enemy. If you suffer from PTSD like I do, like I really hope, like me, that you have a support system that is hearty and wants to be there to talk to you. And I'm very thankful to have people who chose to stay by my side and to love me, and to accept me and to figure out what's going on, and not judge me for what I had to endure with that. Hormone imbalance really can throw you. Yeah, whew. It's hormones are a bish. Like I thought I was experiencing a whole new level of life just from treating my hypothyroidism and learning that like I wasn't really depressed. My body just wasn't working right. To understanding that like with Adderall and going without that hormone for so long, not only lowers testosterone, Adderall also lowers testosterone. So that was also why all of a sudden when I started Adderall, my testosterone level started going down. And that's just bonkers. But also that's also why like a lot of men, I learned this afterwards as I started testosterone treatment, that apparently it's very common for ADHD men who are medicated to experience sexual dysfunction. And that's why a lot of them choose not to go medicated, which is not what you're supposed to do. You should go to your doctor like I did and go like, hey doc, can we do some blood tests and maybe take a medication that balances that out. But changing a lot of medications at once in the span of a month is a lot. And I say all this and I explain like that situation to also follow up by saying it never, ever, ever come close, ever. Whoop, that's not what I wanted. Ever excuses the way you make others feel, or anything that other or the strain that you put on other people. All right, it doesn't excuse how people react or what people choose to do, because again, support systems, they're people. All right, we use that nebulous term to like help create this construct that we can talk about online that's easy to comprehend, but it's people that you can turn to with your feelings, who will not who while it may be tough for them to understand or see you feeling a certain way, will stand with you and go like, I know that you're feeling like this, but I also know that it's not you and that there's something more. Like, can we work it out? Why do you feel this way? I know that you're not trying to say that that like it's something to do with me, myself. You're not trying to direct this at me. It's something more, and we can work it out. People like that are very valuable. People like that who will accept your emotions, if not just accept them, just make room for them and not make it a problem, like deflecting it from it, or make it as like, well, this is a you problem. You should control it and you should be better. That it takes a lot of emotional stability, a lot of confidence, a lot of care, a lot of time, a lot of energy, and it's not something that you can just ask of anyone. And so I'm very thankful for my family and for my friends who've been by me during this. And during that time, I decided to take a week off because of just, I didn't want to bring that to stream. And especially because I decided instead on Monday, instead of hanging out with you guys, I wanted to be nice to myself and go see my doctor, in which my doctor is going like, yeah, this is a medical thing. This isn't a mental. Dude, you changed a lot of shiz. I know that you're a scientist and that you know a lot about your medication and your body, but holy shit. She was flabbergasted. So her solution has been to, with all my medications, has been to knock me down 5 milligrams back down to 10, and just to even it out, just to make sure everything's fine. Because one of the biggest things that we came to a conclusion with was that it was the combination of not just one switching to an injectable of testosterone, but upping my Adderall. And both of those were raising my, not just my energy and my focus and my ability to do things, but also just my emotions. And it was happening so fast all at once. Too much, too fast. Yeah. I feel like that guy from Cyberpunk Edge Runners, going over the edge, Stevie. You won't come back. Oh man, love that show. Love that game, Cyberpunk. I've been thinking about playing it online now that they've updated it, and I might. Not today. Which we're leading back into other things. I'm trying to decide, do I want to do my birthday Padlet now, or do I want to finish all my announcements? We'll do all the announcements first. With that being said, let's do the rest of the announcements, and then we'll do our birthday Padlet. But with all that being said, the medication part is under control. I am safe. I am in a much better place. I'm stable, and I have a much clearer idea of what I want to do with not just life, but with content. And this is where we're going to get into announcements. First and foremost, I was talking with friends, and one thing that came to my mind as I was while I was taking this week off, to not just recover, like emotionally and physically, but I was really taking a time to think about what I wanted to do with my content, because I felt a real deep shame. I felt like a failure, because one of the biggest things here. Thank you for sharing. I deal with some autoimmune stuff myself. I know how hard it can be. Glad you can hear. Thank you. Yeah. And man, guys, it's hard to like talk about this even through like the shame, because there's things I wish I could have done better, and ways I wish I couldn't have strained people in my life. And I am super thankful. Like, please, if you are dealing with PTSD, if you're dealing with ADHD, if you're dealing with any kind of medical like issue, like, don't do it alone. I've been there for people who have had to work really hard to get their lives back on track, and I'll mention like one person later, because they've actually made a really good video about it. But it's very hard to do things by yourself. You can be like cutting edge scientist like I am, and still be blindsided by the effects of medicine and life and how your body wants to fight you. All right, you could be super strong and you could be taken down by a cold. It's not easy, and it's not something you should do by yourself. And I am so thankful that I've had people in place that I could turn to immediately, even though like I've upset them, to be there for me. So that's another reason why I want to stream. And for a second there, I came very close to kind of graduating because I felt shame, because I felt like I failed. And it's not your fault. I know it's hard to accept, but you should not feel ashamed. Thank you. I think the shame I'm feeling is a healthy amount. And while it's not my fault, I'm still responsible for the way I, put pressure on people, or hurt others, or make people feel. While it can be crappy to have someone tell you something that tell you that they feel strained or tell you how they feel, and it may not be something you want to hear. It's harder still to make space to accept that emotion, to separate it from yourself, to not take it personally and go like, okay, let's work through that. It takes emotional energy and a level of self-love that I'm lucky for people in my life to have, to make that space and go like, I know that you're going through stuff. I know that this fear or this anger or whatever, the sadness is not you. I know that you're going through a lot of adjustments. So let's work through that. It takes a lot of strength and love to endure that and to be there for people. It takes a little sensitivity and forgiveness, yes. and it's okay that some people don't have that. So, but all that being said, I don't want to dwell on the sadness because I want to get to the fun stuff, because I have a lot of stuff planned. One thing I've been doing, thank you, Casey, thank you. And it's not to, I'm the worst at taking support. I promise, I swear to God. That's why I'm thanking the heck out of my support system through this. I know I could be so much better at taking kindness, but it's because of them that I'm here. I was talking with friends about what I wanted to do with content as I was recovering, and one thing that they really pointed out was that I've spent a lot of energy and time on helping set up things for other people, supporting other people's events and such, and like I am just as worthy of doing events myself. And so moving forward, you're very welcome. Also, I understand not being able to, yes, hopefully I will start, this is a new era. The dogs are barking in agreement with you. This is me wanting to actually create opportunities for kindness and more care for people. So speaking of which, as I was saying, I spent a lot of time helping other people, like with content or with streams or with events, and I've kind of let my own streams and Discords like go to the wayside, even to the point that I would create collaborations and go like, no, you guys stream, it's outside of my stream time anyway, so I'll just stream it, I'll just help you guys, and it's totally fine. And I was happy with that. I love playing support. In any game, I'll play a tank or support. I'm really playing DPS because it's not about, as much as I love big numbers, I love seeing friends win, but that doesn't necessarily help build you up or bring you joy. So I have my list here. It went away. Where is it? There it is. With that being said, as you can see, I actually started on time today. And that's because I'm also getting enough sleep and I'm taking care of myself, and everything's going great. But I'm thinking about in 2 weeks' time, I'm a self-sacrificing person to a degree. Yeah, to a point that, as I was seeing here, that I was trying to build up other people and not making sure that I was also making sure I was shining just as brightly. Which, I don't know if you guys seen Oshinoko, but there's this really great moment in the story where the main character is just like, I'll shine for you to make you guys shine brighter, and that's not how it's supposed to be. It should be a joint venture, and that's what I really want to do more of. And so in saying that, I'm gonna be completely selfish and just stream by myself. No, I'm kidding. I'm when I plan collabs and stuff, I'm gonna make sure it's a lot more around suited like my desired schedule. I'll be asking people to join like in my times, like at 10 a.m. because I stream at 10 a.m.s, one, because I don't have a job, and I want to make this my job, and I want to be consistent, and I want to support my friends who do stream later than me, and also I want to create events, and I want to not only like help facilitate other people to be a part of them, but to support me in making something happen. So with that being said, I've boosted up my Discord, and starting in about 2 weeks, I think, at the latest. I want to do it this next Sunday, but I don't know if it's too soon. I don't know if I can rally enough people who want to hang out, but I want to start doing anime and game nights starting at on Sundays at 1 p.m. EST. And I know that's not night, but I'm talking about because I have homies who are in Europe, and for some people that's in the evening. So I feel like, you know, Sundays, I know a lot of people in America like to get up and have some brunch, so you guys can get like a mimosa or whatever. I don't drink. I'll have coffee like I always do. And then the homies over in Europe can get their dinner, and we can all sit down and watch animes and play games together. So if you're not in the Discord, totally join up with that. I can get that command for you. Here we go. Join up. And after stream today, I will put down a poll about what we can do starting on Sundays at 1 p.m. I know a lot of people, I have a lot of friends who do their anime nights on Saturdays, so I've been thinking about like, when can I do it so that people are able to hang out. And hopefully if we have enough people, after we're done hanging out, I can do offline raids. I've been inspired by that from Dima the Duchess, a good friend of the stream. And speaking of shouting out people, in reference to hypothyroidism and a lot of facts, a really good person who can probably explain it a lot better is here we go. You guys should go give her a follow. Oh, I have to add someone's name here for the shout out to man actually work. But she made a really good video here where she does mention me at the end. I had a note here that I was going to put that on with the Padlet. But here's a link to a video that she has on YouTube that talks about hypothyroidism. She mentions about how I helped her find doctors and help her on her health journey. So definitely go check her out. Now with what are my rest of my announcements? But yeah, definitely go check her out. She does a much better job of like really putting together all the rest of the information that comes with hypothyroidism and such. And getting back to my content and me moving forward with collabs and such and wanting to do events for myself, I'm still going to be doing collabs with other friendos, but it's most likely going to be me when they stream later at night, me just joining in and announcing it. Like I've been kind of last week in the Discord going like, hey, I'm not streaming today, but I'm hanging out over at such and such, like Maven's stream. And again, I'll be having more collabs scheduled for the week that's actually happening during my stream time, so you guys know when to expect to hang out with me. I feel like that's only fair. Now, speaking of shouting out homies and new content, I'm gonna be stuffing another YouTube link in front of your faces. Now, there's a certain other witchy adventurer Nekomata in our chat right now. I'm gonna shout out right now as I talk this up. Let me see. I can never remember how to spell your name, Tama. I'm so sorry. Tama. I always want to go Tama Gada Tama, but it's Tama Magatama. I swear to God. One day, I'm telling you guys, I'm bad at names. Tama. There you go. Thank you, Casey. But join the thank you. Join the thank you. Join the thank you. Join the thank you. Join in thanks. As we all gather around today to give thanks to Tama. And thank you for joining the Discord, Casey. But yes, let us give thanks because over on her YouTube channel, I know that I said we're going to be focused on my content. I swear to God, this is me getting it out of my system. All right. No, not an ad break. Okay, hold on. I'm going to hold. I am holding until Twitch ads are done. Dang it. No, ad jail. We will continue the gab. 3 minutes. Dear Lord God in heaven, Easter bunnies be thy name. You guys are getting ahead of me. You're all getting ahead of me. No. Terry and Casey's getting ahead of me. Oh, yeah, Turbo. Ads can't stop me. I've considered getting Turbo. Because I am subscribed to a couple of homies. I feel like that'd be a lot better. Because I do tend to watch a lot of folks. But we're going. We're going to wait 2 minutes. All right. I know that we have folks watching who don't have I think ad blockers work. I think Opera just updated itself so their ad blockers work again. I know that you can block ads with Brave. Although sometimes it breaks Twitch entirely when they block ads. But we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. All right, we're building up to it. We're building up to it. I'm very excited. All right, we have a few more things, and then we're probably gonna play some DBD, some Dead by Daylight, and I'll open up the lobby to homies. I've been kind of poking people. It's like, hey, do you play DBD? Tama, I think you said you play DBD, so if you wanted to hang out for a bit and play, we can spin up a little VC to play for a bit, since I know you can hear me. But we'll wait. We're still waiting. We got a minute. All right, what are we gonna talk about for a minute? What should I talk about that's like homies only? What should I talk about? Oh, let's talk about my birthday cake. Yeah, here we go. 45 minutes to talk about my birthday cake. I went and did a redo of my birthday with my family yesterday for Easter. And I was really happy to go spend some time with them. But my grandma's really funny, Grandma Neko. She loves chocolate, and so does the rest of my family. And we love chocolate cake. And as I was going home, my grandma was telling me goodbye, and she saw that the cake was being handed to me, and she goes like, "Nah, you can't take that." My mom's like, "You don't need it. You got diabetes." It's just like, I don't care. I can eat it. It's fine. I got medicine that helps me with my sugars. Besides, I'm old. I don't care at all. All right, we're done with the ad break. Thank God. Anyway, yeah, funny Grandma Nekomata. But welcome back, everyone. You didn't miss anything. I promise. I saw the ad starting. I was just like, no. We're talking about new content and things that we're going to do. So, speaking of new type 1 and type 2. Type 2. She's a little old lady. Talking about homies and content and their YouTube channels. I'm starting up a new series very soon. In fact, my iPad has been broken for almost a year, and I haven't had the money or time to repair it. But I, for my birthday, luckily got a little bit of money to get some repair bits that should be arriving in the mail today. And I'll be repairing my iPad. And when I do, I will be, if you're a fan of Infinity Nikki and that dev crew, then I keep getting distracted. I've actually researched, a big part of my research as an immunologist, as a scientist, was autoimmune diseases like type 1. In fact, one of the papers I published for my master's thesis was about potential cures for type 1, centering around vaccines, which is very ironic considering we then went to the COVID pandemic and the big conversation about how vaccines cause autism. And I still can't believe that's an argument. No, it does not. Okay, I said we're not getting political, and science is not political, but vaccines do not cause autism. All right, anyway. I know, but I've researched that, and there's hope at the end of the tunnel for type 1s, hopefully soon. They have a few potential cures out, and I'm very excited to hear more about that. But back to Tama. If you guys like Infinity Nikki, then you may know lads, Love in Deep Space. And Tama actually introduced me in her own video that I'm going to share right here. I hope to God that's the right link, as much as I want to double shout out people. Yes, that is. She actually introduced me to Love in Deep Space. We spent, what started off as like, oh, it's going to be a simple 2-3 hour recording, turned into like what, 6-7 hours. We kept going like, okay, we got one more part to talk about. It's like, I have one more thing to show you, another hour. I got one more thing to show you, 2 hours. Okay, let me show you the battle system, 2 more hours. It's just content after content after content. Just so much. And I was very taken in by the story and art direction and character development. You know, they talk about, I told Tama, and I know I talked about this a little bit in her video, about how a lot of people just call it kind of like a gooner game, which is what's silly to me, considering the fact that I played gachas like Genshin and Fate Grand Order. I say that because I've lost my account there, where I've spent over $500. Now, this is when I had a job and stuff. All right, do not spend money if you don't have money on games like this. But I still feel bad. I still feel a pain in my chest for losing that account, and part of me still wants to like learn. I'm learning Japanese, and I feel like maybe one of my goals should be to message the people over at Fate Grand Order just to get that account back. But as a straight heterosexual man, we explore the world of love and deep space, and I actually really enjoy it. The story was really cool to me, and the combat seemed really fun too. So I thought it'd be really fun to start a series where I actually play through and give a male's perspective, a straight male's perspective on the game itself, because I, for one, I hate it. I know I talked about this a little bit, I think, in her video. I hate it when people just poo-poo on something just to do it, and especially like the crap that people were talking about, like just like going way overboard. And it's like, you know what? We're gonna no. We're gonna talk more. I wanna play a little bit more and actually give a real honest review. So I'm gonna be doing a deep dive, deep, get it, love and deep space, play of the game, and I have not decided if I'm gonna add it as its own slot on Tuesdays and Thursdays as its own individual stream. I don't want to overburden myself with stuff, and I want to leave room for me to look for a job. All right, I still want to find jobs in science, but I may start off by having it to be like a Monday special, where I do like Lads Mondays, and we spend all day just playing Lads. Once a week is good. Okay. We'll probably start on Mondays once I get my iPad repaired, on doing Love and Deep Space story times, and for a great way for people to start off their weeks, and you guys can watch me play through the story as we collect special boys, and we I would think like guide our daughter to choose a proper man. Oh god, the Catboy Cafe was really fun. Jesus Christ. That was special. Just as sweet and just a little bit spicy, which is delicious food if you think about it. Now, now moving on. My schedule is set for this week. I published my schedule for what's going on. A multi-banner is coming. I heard that a certain tuxedo mask-esque banner is coming up, which I found very fascinating. I think starring the guy that I was just like, he seems like a little brother. Like, just want to like pat him on the head. It's like, no, you don't get on the internet, okay? No. Good luck to all of you who are rolling for that myth, if I have the terminology correctly. I had to roll for Lumiere though, since I didn't start until November. Well, I'm gonna be starting later, so maybe we'll see how much the gacha gods love me. They give it and they take it away. But moving on. Lads aside. I'll be my schedule's set for this week, and after stream today, I don't know exactly how late I'll be going. I'm kind of waiting for my sister to kind of like message me. I was originally gonna end at 12 because the Neko family, the Neko sister and I are moving. We're going to a new, bigger house, which I'm excited because that means I get my own bathroom. That's like literally connected to my bedroom. That means I get to have a streamer den, and there's a pool, and I'm excited because I love swimming. I love the water. I'm so excited. And I'll have like more room that in case the dogs bark, I can do more recording without being really disturbed by sound. And it's like in this cul-de-sac away from like the highway, and I don't know how close it is to the train. Sometimes you guys can hear the train in the background. But sometimes I worry. I don't know. I just saw this on a video, but someone was going like, I know your location because you're the train. There's only 2 trains that go through towns at this time, so you have to live here. And it freaks me out every time. But I will be moving, I believe, sometime next week. So I'm gonna get a confirmation, but streams may be up in the air, but for just like a hot second. The way we're moving is piecemeal. Today we're moving like a bunch of bigger stuff that we can take pictures of the house. Yes, congratulations to my sister. Well, I'm the scientist of the family, she's the doctor, and so doctors make that big money, and she was finally able to get a house that she calls her forever home, and I'm very proud of her, especially in this market. And I'm going to be helping her move into it and making it a home. And then the plan is we already have internet there, and we have 2.1 gigabytes, so I'm going to be doing all the streaming. It's cable, it's going to be stable as hell. I'm so excited. Streaming all the stuff, torrenting not torrenting, I'm kidding. I'm good. I watch Crunchyroll. I pay for the subscription. You can't see me, I'm holding my hands together. I'm a good boy. Easter just happened. No sins here. No, but I'll be moving then. But speaking of moving, a goal for this year is going to be, I am talking about science and being a scientist and the state of the world in America and getting funding and finding a job here. There is a program to get scholarships for research. All that delicious fiber in that. Don't put too many. Oh no, I'm not going to be putting any house pictures. No. I know better than that. All right, I've been stalked before. I'm not letting that happen again. But but there is a couple of programs that help scientists do research abroad from America. And one of these programs is called the MEXT program, MEXT. And hopefully it's still running. They haven't yet announced it. I haven't checked today. I've been checking it every day to see when they're going to announce the next one. It's still last year. However, I'm planning to apply to work at a university overseas in Japan. And I've been researching the universities I want to work with, and I've been researching what kind of research they do. I'm hoping to find a good immunology program and research group to work with my goal being that I can speak English so I can help better present their ideas to other English-speaking countries. And also, Japan just has really good research when it comes to immunology, which immunology is the science of the immune system. And in Japan, there's a lot of problems with cancer, which deals with the immune system and a lot of immune problems. And so I want to go over there and not only assist them, but help bring more light to their research and actually fulfill my dreams and goals of being a scientist. So here's hoping that when I apply, they accept me. I applied at the beginning of COVID last year, and it didn't work out because they closed borders everywhere, going like, we're not accepting anyone this year because COVID, which sucked because I was in the running. I was excited. So here's hoping, all right? Here's hoping. Knocking on wood. Okay. We're about to read the Padlet, and then I have an announcement. But I don't know. Should I do the Padlet first? No, we'll do the announcement first. Okay, all right. We'll do the announcement first, and then we'll do the Padlet. So thank you. I really hope they accept it. I would love to go overseas to Japan. I've been getting all these pictures about the sakura flowers, and I've just been dying of jealousy. I would love to go see them. But so for a second, I was approached by a company for a sponsorship. And I don't know if you guys have looked down in my about page. However, starting today, where is it? We are now sponsored by Advanced GG. That's right. We're not sponsored by Advanced GG, and I spent a lot of time researching them because they approached me through email saying like, hey, we like your stuff. We like that you're like science and, you know, you're not completely unhinged. And so would you like to be a part of our ambassador program? It's like, you know what are you about? Who are you? Who are you? How'd you get my email? Who are you? Tell me who you are. Where'd you find me? Where? But after I calmed down, I looked into them, and I really decided to do a deep dive. And not only do some of my friends work with them too, like Neko Mickey, she's also an Advanced GG ambassador. But I learned that, one, I'm speaking of medications, with the 6 medications that I'm on, I'm also taking, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on, I have to think in my head because the bottles aren't near me. 1, 2, 3. It's not because I'm having trouble counting, I swear to God. 1, 2, 3. What comes after 3? What comes after 3? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? 7 different kind of supplemental pills for my body. For ADHD and to help, you know, supplement my needs. God, you get a birthday and you already like start taking all these pills. Now I was taking all these pills beforehand, but they added on for ADHD some more holistic pills and some hormonal support pills, just temporarily, hopefully, to just help bolster my system as it gets used to the medication that I'm on. So hopefully I won't have to take them all forever. But like, man, the past week I've just been going like holding in my hand this like 7 pills, going like, Jesus Christ, and just throwing it all in my mouth and just chugging water. And a lot of these are like a couple of them are multivitamins and more like concentrated forms like magnesium. And what else? Some other stuff. Anyway, I don't have the whole list here. However, one thing I really liked about Advanced GG, and I did some research on them, is that it was started by actual like people who really care about science, and they really care about what's going in to their product. They're not just throwing B12 in it and throwing some fancy dust in it and making it sugar and throwing your favorite anime wife on it. It's like, all right, here you go, chug it up and get the game in. They actually put a lot of care into helping find supplements that will benefit you. And I really appreciate that on the back of a lot of their products, unlike other competitive brands, they actually give you a dosing, a more expanded dosing explanation about how much of a percentage is your daily value. If you take double the dose, this is how much you're getting. And even going so far to say, like, we only recommend, depending on like which product you're using, we only recommend that you use this many scoops a day. Do not go above it. You'll be overdosing yourself. Like, one very common way that you can overdose yourself with vitamins is using such stuff like vitamin A. I was watching this anime. I don't know if you guys seen it. This new, they call it like if House MD was resurrected as a cute anime girl. In the first episode, they show about how this little boy gets taken in and he gets sick, and the mother couldn't figure out what's going on, and it turns out he's being overdosed with vitamin A. But be careful with that. You do not want to overdose on your vitamins. But they designed this with in mind that they understand that a lot of people, a lot of gamers, don't get enough supplements. They don't get enough vitamins, and they don't touch grass. So if they're not going to do that, then here's a way that you can. You can use the discount code Nekomata10 to get 10% off whatever drink you want. I am going to be going through the list today and placing my first order for like my welcome kit to test it out. I've been doing research about like flavors and such, and I used to work in coffee and tea, and I really appreciate that the caffeine they use is from a green tea extract. which is very important. The way that you source caffeine is really important. I've actually extracted caffeine in a lab before, and the science is really fascinating. But the chemical structure is important. Even though it all comes down to caffeine, where you're sourcing it and how you're creating it is important. So the fact that they're deriving their caffeine from green tea is very cool to me. Green tea itself is known to have a lot of really beneficial benefits to it. Just if you drink it, you know, they say it can help weight loss if that, you know, fits your fancy. But one, like you see on screen here, they have one. This is their main gamer focused brand, the Focus line. They say that you can drink this, it'll help up your focus, or if you have ADHD, can just help you, you know, be. So they tagline it going like, and help like you be on the cutting edge on your FPS and such, and that's super cool. Meanwhile, I have ADHD. I drink coffee to help me go to sleep. Like, focus, it just sounds like getting me to 0. So I'm excited, looking forward to it. And like, maybe if I'm lucky, I can maybe cut out one of the big honking pills I have to take. But yeah, we're sponsored by them. It's super cool. And I get a 10% cut of whatever you guys buy if you guys use my code. I really appreciate it. I don't know if my bot's been running this whole time, but it probably had spoiled this if it has. But if not, the bot will be shooting out a little reminder with the code and a link that you all can use to make your purchase. And it's not just a one-time purchase. You can keep using it as long as you want. And yeah, there we go. This is my first sponsorship too. So that's really freaking cool that we're going to be working with them from now on, and their little logo is going to be down in the right-hand corner. Hell yeah. All right. Same. Caffeine never gives me energy, just helps me sleep. Coffee puts me to sleep. Hell yeah. Let's go, ADHD crowd. Now, jingle, jingle, jingle. We're going to be doing a quick reading of my birthday Padlet. I learned that... Oh, let me move aside. Hold on. I was informed after my birthday that a few of my friends helped put together a Padlet for me to read for my stream last Monday, but I didn't do because I wasn't here. So we're gonna read it today. So give me one second, I have to blow my nose. I'm already tearing up. I've actually never gotten one of these before, so I was really happy that I believe Dino was the one that organized it. I don't know. It's one of them. One of these homies on the screen that we're going to be reading through. Thank you for happy belated birthday me. It feels good to still be here. But let's start off reading these sweet messages. Starting off with our dear friend Dino Nugget BT. I don't know why I'm dropping into a thick southern accent, but I don't know, I get sentimental. But happy birthday to the best boy. You are such a wonderful and amazing individual. The world would have been so much bleaker without you. Aw. I am so excited for your new year. This will be the start of a new era with so many exciting things planned, new friends to meet, and you have so much support behind you. Never lose your amazing smile and keep shining. I've got your back if you ever feel lost. Love that, homie. Thank you, Dino. I hope you see this later. And we'll go ahead and go to the Leela of the Win. Love that picture of the cat. Happy birthday, Chris. Sparta says, I love you. We're both rooting for you. Thank you. For those of you who don't know, Sparta is my sweet little baby boy cat who helped inspire my model and who passed away a couple years back. 2 days after my birthday. I've been having some rough birthdays these past several years, Jesus Christ, but he passed away because of cancer. And when I first started my content journey, he had developed a tumor on the back of his leg. It's okay. He was a very happy cat. He died peacefully in his sleep at home. He was a very happy boy. And Dania, hello over on YouTube. I'm so sorry I didn't see you earlier. I gotta get better at seeing YouTube, y'all. I wish that Twitch would let us combine our chats. Anyway, thank you. I'm so glad you're here. You're welcome on in. But Sparta was, he grew a tumor on his back leg. It wasn't near his tail, but it was close enough for me to go, like, you know what, buddy, you don't have cancer. You're just growing your second tail, because the tails of a Nekomata come from their first tail. And when they get old enough, they split into two, and the cats run off into the mountains to live wild lives and shapeshift, and so much cool lore. Japanese yokai lore. And they're known to be fire cats. Unlike Bakeneko, who are one-tailed cats, who are a little bit more, not benevolent, but a little bit more trickstery. Nekomatas tend to be a little bit more malevolent and angy boys, but more troublemakers. And the lores go back and forth from one Nekomata being found like having unalived his past family for the wrongs they did, and then trying to shapeshift to like cover up what happened, to Nekomatas just like, you know, just causing mischief and setting fires. But as much as a troublemaker as I can be, I promise I'm one of the better ones. I try to be, at least. So thank you for the reminder. And the other thing I want to say is that, you know, another reason why I kept streaming is because I made Sparta a lot of promises when I started streaming. I promised him that I would live a life that would not only make a world a shinier and safer place where, you know, I could have afforded to take care of him better. Maybe catch the cancer sooner. But to live a life that he was with me when I had to go through the divorce and had to endure a lot of trauma and sadness. And I promised him I would protect my heart and protect it and let it be cared for by people who would stay and love me and take care of me. And I've been very fortunate to have family and friends who have been helping me honor that promise. And I promised him that I would stream and help honor him and have fun and live a life that he would never have to worry about me. And that promise of living a life that he would never have to worry about anything is something I want to keep and that I really want to hold dear. And that was it's something I'm planning on making sure I move forward with, and that's a big reason why I stayed streaming and why I'm still here. And I'm planning on doing so much more content. I'm really excited. And so I have plans for that and how I want to expand on having him as like maybe a little mascot, a little chat mascot. I'm going to see about making that happen. But you could thank him for like having me around, because, you know, who doesn't love a good black cat, huh? They're pretty lucky. Now let's get to the rest of the birthday stuff. I'm gonna do Catherine's first, and then we're gonna do Tama's. Catherine Persick is another friend of the channel. She actually helped make me a Minecraft skin. Super cool. She's opening up comms soon. I wish I had her link here. But happy birthday, Chris. You've always been a pleasure to talk to, despite how we usually interact with raids. I hope we get to properly hang out soon. I do need to touch base with her. I should do that. Thank you, Catherine, if you hear this later. And now to Tama. Happy birthday, Chris. I wish you a birthday full of good food and fond memories. I'm still laughing at this clip from the first time we played Repo. All right, let's watch. I tried to do this earlier, so it may look a little wonky, but we're gonna make it work, okay?
Oh shit!
What the hell? Oh no!
Run! Chris! The grenade is for the enemy!
It stuck to me.
Oh no!
So I guess that's what they mean by duct tape grenade.
I was like, wait, what? What happened?
Wait, why is it following me? Like when a cat gets one of those dingleberries after using the restroom. I learned very well in Repo just what happens with the duct tape grenade. Oh my god. From Watt, which is, I believe, what is that? Happy birthday, Kris. Honestly, I don't watch that many people on Twitch on a regular basis, but you're a good exception. You're a fun and interesting person. I hope you know that. And the deep voice for Navi was the best voice for Navi. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Oh yes, we recently got through playing Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. And they also got a clip, so let's see. Alright, this is working out pretty well.
Let's go to Hyrule Castle, the boy. Right now, we're going. Gonna save the world. Goodbye, great Deku Tree. I'll miss you.
Okay,
Good
I gotta
times.
stop using the deep voice for Navi. It's not. It's, I can't
Never
take
stop.
it seriously. Beautiful bastard. Never stop shining. Don't you dare. We love it. Great memories for sure. And here's Mavith. Oh, I just got a request from the Neko sister. Okay, once we read this, I may have to end just so I can go and help my sister out. But if I have time, I might come back. But if not, I wasn't planning for streaming much today anyway. Also, you're a little sad, Danya over on YouTube. You discovered me sooner, but also happy birthday. Thank you. Don't worry, you're not. We're just getting started with content. What? You just missed me reading off your birthday. Congratulations. Thank you. I'm doing well. I'm doing much better. I took a week off and I recharged and I'm here and I'm shining brightly and I'm very happy to be here. Deep Voice Navi is amazing. I'm still planning on playing the Minish Cap, by the way. We're going to be talking about my schedule very soon once we get through this. But let's read. I'm all over the place. Gosh, I feel like I need a jingle to keep me on focus. But here we go. Mavith, happy birthday, Kris. Yo, I hope you have such a good birthday, homie. Genuinely super glad we became friends, and our shenanigans in DBD are some of my fave moments. But I thought I'd share one of the other games we played together. Thanks for tons of laughs and good vibes. You're a chill cat. Have the best day ever. Eat lots of cake until you get sick. Oh my god, the cake we got is so rich. But let's see. Let's see this clip. Down at the bottom. Oh, she's in the back rooms. Oh, it's me, afraid.
So fucked.
God, this sucks. I don't know where I'm going.
Oh, what the fuck is that? Oh, there's enemies! Oh no, this is like Escape the Backrooms. I just saw one of the smiley faces.
I never played Escape the Backrooms. I don't know much about SCP lore. I should learn. Oh god, I forgot that skin. I spent so long in the back rooms. We have this mod for Lethal Company to where you can sometimes, if you get close to dying, you'll just be sent to the back rooms. And you'll just fall, or you'll fall, like, you'll go through a door or somewhere. There's like, somewhere in the game, there's some way that you can go in the back rooms. And I kept getting sucked into the back rooms. And I kept getting lost. I didn't know how to navigate it. And no one could talk to me because everyone else was dead. Anyway, thank you so much, Maven. I really enjoyed that clip. I was stuck for so long, all the way till I believe the ship left. And I think I kept being allowed to stay alive a little bit longer until the game was just like, okay, that's too much. All right, bye. All right, from Raven Rolly. Happy birthday, Kris. Hope you have the best birthday today. We got to know each other through DVD collabs, and it's always been fun to talk to you and hang out. All the best, and hopefully I can catch more streams in the future. Yeah. Raven's rated us a few times, and I hope that I get to rate her in the future. From Wimmy, birthday wishes. Happy birthday, Kris. It's been a pleasure getting to know you and really fun to play games with you. I hope this day of yours is filled with fun, comfy, and happy vibes. You deserve all the luck and miracles. Never give up. I won't, Wimmy. Thank you. Thank you for the birthday wishes. From Say, who we have a collab coming up with, I believe, next week. I believe. Yes. Happy birthday, Kris. I'm so glad I've gotten to become friends with you and play games with you and the homies. You were genuinely warm and bright spot in this world and brightly impact those who were lucky enough to get to spend time with you. Thank you for becoming my friend, and I hope we can play more in the future. We are going to play more in the future. I'm so excited. Which I believe we're going to be playing with Say and Mocha and Arichu, Tooth Fairy VTuber. I believe 2 Fridays from now, we're going to be playing some Repo. I'm really excited for that, so keep an eye out or ear out for that. Again, I'm having to make sure schedules are working and moving. I believe I'm going to be moving more like Sunday. I just got a notification. The Neko sisters going like, I need your help, brother. Brother, I need your help. But speaking of persons, we're going to be playing with Mocha. Con Mocha, one of the Fox girls from the Fox Quartet, says, happy birthday, Kris. I love this little gif. I swear, cats are... You know, they can do no wrong. They could sit on your cake and it'll be fine. I wouldn't eat it, though. They don't wash their paws, no matter how much they lick them. Give me your oats, brother. I hope you have a wonderful birthday. Hello, Kris. Thank you so much for your kindness. You're genuinely one of the coolest and nicest people I've ever met through streaming. Mocha, please watch more people. No, I'm kidding. I really admire your energy, whether it's playing a game with you or just getting to see you in chat or your streams. You always make me smile. Thank you so much for showing me the observation games and for always bringing good energy wherever you go. We definitely need to play some Repo sometime soon. Speaking of the devil, I'll never forget the collabs we've had. They have been some of my favorite memories. Always was so much fun. Thank you, Kris, for all that you do. Here's to another wonderful year. Kris, our favorite Nekomata. Yes, more Nekomata. We're doubling down, people. From Pochi, who I believe is out of town right now. And I hope she stays safe if she sees this later. I hope she's having fun in America. I'm so happy that I got to meet you. You inspired me and motivated me so much. And I'm so glad to be able to call you my friend. Seeing you grow, working hard, and being the bestest Nekomata boy makes me so happy and glad. I wish you all the best for your future. And I hope you will have amazing days with a lot of fun, snacks, and love. I love you. I love you too, Pochi. Good doggo girl. From Ham, happy birthday, Kris. Here's your party hat. No, it's not a dunce cap. Don't turn it around. There's definitely no writing on the back. I can read anything, Ham. I'm having things read into my ear, so whatever. Meh. I hope you eat so much cake that you have to run twice as hard for a little while to burn it off and get so many gifts you can't walk through your house. I actually was gifted a backpack for my birthday. I'm pretty stoked about it. I hope you eat so much cake. Oh, I regret that. Here's to 100 more years and Nekomata years, of course, of Kris. See you around, birthday cat. Ham. Thank you, Ham. From Deemer. That's Dima the Duchess, our good soup. You, happy birth, Mr. Nekomata. I hope you have the most incredible day filled with happiness and good food. You are an incredibly kind and supportive individual who I am so lucky to have crossed paths with. Enjoy your special day and know you are a very special person. Deemer. Thank you, Dima. I love you. Thank you so much for the care. I really appreciate it. From, I think we have 2 more. We'll do Alcor, and we'll finish up with Mickey, the cat girl who's been supporting us for so long, along with Dino. Happy bid boy. Happy birthday, Kris. 1 more year has passed, filled with memories, growth, and challenges, and you have gone through it all. Glad you are always aiming to achieve your goals, and hope you get many more good moments and opportunities. Really look forward to seeing another year with the twin-tailed Neko Meowta. Cheers to Kris, protector of good vibes, bringer of ideas, judicator of order, handsome boy, purifier of Dido stink. Poor Dido. I almost called her poor stinker. No one tell her. Punisher of bots, monitor of chat, Nekomata. I would probably do better using paint rather than the built-in tool and mouse for drawing, but I figured Dino got one, so you got one as well, but with more effort. Look at this handsome lad. I love it. Thank you, Alcor. I hope you're having a good day wherever you are. And then finally, Neko Mickey, our resident pink-haired cat girl. Happy birthday, Kris. I am so grateful that we've been friends since almost as long as I've been VTubing. It's been such a wild journey that has taken us through so much, but I'm so happy that we were able to get through it together. Yes. I've been wiped from illness and debut. She's been working hard, y'all. Yep, y'all definitely need to go check her out. But I've been watching your progress throughout the entire year, even as from my bed, and I'm so proud of you for finding things that truly bring you joy. To see you explore and innovate makes me so happy, since I want my genuine friends to succeed. You deserve not only an amazing day, but an amazing year. Cheers to you and to 2025. Hope you're able to keep exploring, innovating, and growing. Pour one out for me so I don't hack up a lung, Mickey. And that is our birthday Padlet, and I'm seeing from messages, I'm gonna go, okay, she does want my help. Let me message her back. Okay. I love my sister. She helps me, you know, while I am not allowed to do science. She allows me to hang out with her in her house and steal her internet. So I'm gonna definitely go and help her in just a little bit. Let me move myself back over while we talk about stuff. But that's we're gonna end it today. It was a shorter stream. I usually stream to like around 5. At least I try to stream longer. I wanted to, well, I wanted to raid in the dino. You know what? We're gonna hang out a little bit more. All right. I don't know if Mavid's still in chat, but Mavid, do you want to do like one round of DBD? Or Tama, do you want to do one round of DBD? I want to raid dino. All right. My sister can wait. We have until. But do I want to be a good boy and go help my? I should probably go help her, but I want to raid dino. No, I should be good. All right, I should be a good boy. I should go and help my sister. I should. Let's find. There's always tomorrow. There is always tomorrow. So I will wrap up because I would probably have to wrap up. It would take me a lot longer now I think about it. It is a time sensitive thing. She has until 1. But you know what? We haven't gone to raid someone who was actually in the birthday Padlet. So let me finish up and talk about this week. So my goal is, it does kind of determine that we have until 1 until apparently some of the people working on her house come back. So I want to help her. I love my sister to death, very, very much. We've never gotten to raid her before. Oh my god, I just saw someone else who's live. All right, we're gonna communicate with like I always do with I've never gotten to raid her. I never gotten to raid her before, but I got in the raid queued up, but we're gonna talk for a little bit. Okay, so listen up, homies. So, as you guys know, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. and I try to go to like 5 p.m. Oh, the struggle. I know the struggle of wanting to play games. That's my struggle. But since she's giving me like a really nice room to stay in and 2.1 gigabyte internet, there is always tomorrow, as as Casey said. But on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I will be streaming. Tomorrow, I will be doing ASMR. I don't know what we're gonna read. I've been toying with the idea of reading Anna Karenina from Leo Tolstoy. Anna Karenina. There we go. Anna Karenina. It's a really big old story. And I thought it'd be really fun to read. It's something I actually wanted to read when I was younger, but I couldn't get through. It talks a lot about really interesting aspects of social economics and religion and love and dedication and romance and and interpersonal battles and all sorts of fun stuff. And I thought it'd be really fun to read because I gobble that stuff up. I mean, I'm gonna be starting a lad's playthrough, and that's, I mean, who doesn't love a good love story, right? But we'll probably be starting. I'm gonna double check to make sure that it's in the public domain. It's old, so I'm pretty sure it is. I think depending on I'll have to double check the translation. I think certain translations are copyrighted, so I'll check it. But the ASMR is all about me doing bedtime story reading and reading stories. We just got through reading The Secret Garden last week, and it was really pretty. Well, not last week, the week before last. And which was really lovely. I read that when I was a kid, literally. So reading Anna Karenina should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I won't be able to do the Russian accents at all, so forgive me. I try to do accents as much as I want, but I may not be able to do that. However, Tuesday and Thursday we'll be doing that. Then on Wednesday we have the new update for the Outlast Trials is happening. We didn't stream it this time. However, the Outlast Trials actually had this major update a couple of weeks back, and for the last few weeks there have been, if you don't know the game, and you don't know the Outlast series, it's all based around this really bad scientific experiment gone awry, and CIA manipulation and MK Ultra top secret files that that tested on people the effects of drugs like LSD, and it's all what's the term? It's all tinfoil hat and conspiracy theories, but they say, and you can find quote unquote actual scientific evidence and declassified files about these tests, which is very interesting. It is very much a thriller. It is horror, which I learned recently, and I always knew this was a thing, but they came up with a study proving that if you've had a lot of scary things happen in your life, that you may like horror, because it is like a controlled dose of horror that once you're done playing it, you go like, huh, you know what? My life's not so bad. At least I don't have a goggle drilled in my head and having to run for my life. But for the past few weeks in the game and the storyline, you as a player play what's called a reagent. You're taken off the streets after being tricked into promises of being reborn and being given a great life. 3 hots and a cot during the great time of 1959, during the era of the Cold War. And you have to go through trials to overcome a lot of obstacles in order to gain your right to be reborn, as they say. Although, depending on if you're reborn or not and what happens afterwards is a mixed bag of random events. Which, Maven, we gotta watch you do a release protocol, because during the last couple of weeks, also, Orion, thank you so much. Thank you for the happy birthday. It's been really lovely to be here. I'm really happy to be back. But for the past few weeks in the game, they've been having the escape event. A lady named Amelia had escaped the trials somehow using the trial's own traps against the doors that the enemies come out of. And she was able to get into the walls and hack the systems and started repoisoning the mind of the reagents to go against and wake them up, as to say, from the science dad's commands of, you need to be a better person, and I hurt you because I love you, and all this other like insane psychology stuff. And for the past couple of weeks, I've been helping, well, the past week, while I've been taking a break, I've been playing with Maven and Eddie and another friend offline to introduce them to the trials and to lead them through the escape trial, in which you actually are able to trick the computer system to, instead of taking you to a trial, to instead take you to a pathway to freedom. You only have till today. If you've not played it and you have the game, definitely try it. You don't have to be any kind of level to get through. You just have to get good. But during that trial, you meet an enemy that is just relentless in pursuit. You can throw stuff at it and it only makes it pause, but it never stops and never gives up chasing you. And for a while there, I found that very interesting, because in a lot of the game, there are times where sometimes the bad guy will just stop chasing you. It's like they get fed up, they see that you're running to a different area, and they'll just go in their door and they'll try to get ahead of you, or they'll try to go to an objective. They're trying to protect something. But I always found it interesting that this enemy didn't care about objectives. She didn't care if you were doing something. She wasn't protecting anything. She just wanted you. And I was going like, it's so weird that they introduced that. I wonder what's going to happen. And it turns out the next season, or I don't know if it's a season, the next chapter of the Outlast Trial Stories goes from escape. They go and they recently, I'm not going to play it because it's honestly, it looks great, but the video is super gory. Science Dad is really mad at Amelia. Science Dad is really mad that people wanted to leave. and he decided that he was going to close down the rebirth trial, the final trial that you can take to get out of there. But he goes like, no one leaves, no one escapes. You all wanted, I was giving you hope, I was giving you freedom, but no. Fine, you want control, I'll give you control. If you want something, I'll give you this something. You wanted release, I'll give you release. But you gotta prove to me that you want this. And what you really want is relapse. And it creates this really beautiful splash on the screen of the Outlast Trials Relapse. And that's what the next event's called. It is called the Outlast Trials Relapse chapter, and it's going to be introducing the enemy that they introduced in Escape. But this time she is controlled by Murkoff and the scientists themselves. And can you guys tell that I'm trying to like play up to like Dino starts her stream so that we can raid into her? If we don't raid into our other friend that I was thinking of, but oh my god, words, Chris. I'm pulling up a website and I totally forgot what I was doing. But we'll be playing that on Wednesday with Mavith, Eddie, and a returning friend, Vanilla Beans, who we played before on Repo. So we'll be playing that. It is gory. I do my best when I'm playing on stream not to look at any of the gore or any of like the more scary stuff. If you are in the stream chat and you want to hang out, you are always free to say like, Chris, can you try not to look at this certain trigger or this kind of thing? I always try to warn people before I play the game. But I like to play the game because I like the story and I really like kind of the almost metaphor of it all. But the next chapter is going to be very, very exciting. I'm super excited for it. I hope you guys want to watch this. Mavith and Eddie just recently started playing and they were getting pretty good at it. Raven actually started, not Raven, Vanilla started playing not too long ago. So I have 100% of the game. I have almost all the decorations that you can have except for one event because I was out of town during it last year. And it just wasn't a fun event. It was really tough, but it was a lot of fun. But the relapse event, they capture Amelia, they stop the escapes, and they even shut down the rebirth trial so that no one gets out. And usually when you play, you have to collect like 20 tokens to get released. And then you get this one final trial, and then you get like an ending, and then you do it all over again. It's super fun. Then again, Thursday we have ASMR, and on Friday, what am I doing Friday? I'm doing something on Friday. What am I doing? I believe we're gonna be playing more Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap. I'm gonna probably finish, if not that, then something else. I haven't decided. I put that down just kind of like a placeholder, but we are gonna be playing a game. But it's probably gonna be Minish Cap. I kind of want to beat it. The last time we played, we got one of the crystals that we need. I think we need to get like 2 more crystals, and we'll go into the end game. And then next week we have a collab with Con Mocha, Say, and Ira on Friday. It's gonna be later, so I may not stream it. I haven't decided if I'm going to be streaming that day at all. Just depends on if I'm moving or not. So that stream will happen later at night. But we have a lot of really cool stuff coming up, and I'm really excited. That's going to be, so our streams are normally going to be Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 10 a.m. going as long as I want, usually to like 5 p.m. as a limit, as a job. Then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I take the day off until the evening to where I know it says 8 p.m., but it's normally 9 p.m. when I start. Just depends on when the dogs stop barking. So maybe when I move to this new place, we can start at 1 p.m. I mean, not 1 p.m., 9 p.m. for ASMR, and we can spend more time reading together. And let's see. And yeah, and then we start our lads playthrough next week. If I'm getting my repair parts today, I'm really hoping it works. I'm really hoping that all that was broken on my iPad was the stream. But yeah, that should be it. And I believe Dino's starting up her stream soon, so we actually get to rate her. All right, YouTube, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Again, probably at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for ASMR, but then we'll be back for relapse on Wednesday. But thank you, YouTube, for hanging out. I'll see you guys soon. Have a good morning and good day over there. And over here on Twitch,